How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So real quick before we get into the video, this is going to be part 1 of 2. I'm only caught up with where the anime is right now, which is season 4, episode 10 or 11, somewhere around there. So there is going to be more to Gabi's character, I believe. I mean, I would assume so. If the series isn't over, I'd assume she's not over. Don't mind the TV being on. And yeah, so once the anime finishes, or if I go get caught up on the manga, I will come back and I'm going to be doing part 2 to see if any of my views change. The main reason I'm doing this isn't exactly how I wanted the video to go, but I still think it was alright. It was basically me just rambling and hating on a small child in an anime. So you know what? I'm not above that. And now I'm going to let you guys get into that. So I'll see you later. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, make sure and like and subscribe. It helps me a ton. I'm going to let you guys get into it. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is probably going to be a little bit different video than I'm used to. I don't know how many rant videos I will make, but it's also going to be unscripted, like pretty much literally everything I do, and I have no idea how it's going to go. But to start it off, I'll mention that this is going to be going over stuff that happens in season 4 of the Attack on Titan anime. Most people are probably caught up with it. I know I am. Just recently got caught up with it. That's why I'm just now making this video. Otherwise, I probably would have made this a few episodes ago. Actually, no, one more thing. Season 4 has been amazing. All in all, like, it's been incredible. And before I start talking all smack about this character, I want it to be known that I don't think this is a bad character to have in this series. It's a character I can't stand watching and listening to, but it's good for the series. It's a character who is an archetype of people that you do see in real life. And to me, if a character does something, acts in a certain way that is relative to how some people in the real world act, that cannot be considered a, quote, bad character, end quote, for me. Because that's what characters are. They're imitations of people. They are us in the manga. Not every person's a fun person to be around. Just because a character isn't a fun character to have on screen, just because you don't like them, doesn't mean they're a bad character. In fact, that can mean they're a good character, because it means they're human. It means they have something to their character. So, I don't think it's bad character, I just hate Gabi so much. I can't stand listening to her. I can't stand her. Her philosophies are terrible. She's naive. She's been brainwashed. I do feel bad for her. I feel bad for Gabi. She's had a terrible life. She's basically Stockholm syndromed and basically brainwashed by the Marlians. Okay? I feel bad for her. This isn't entirely her fault. But, and that's a big but, she makes it so hard to feel bad for her when literally everybody else is screaming the truth in her face and she just doesn't listen. It's all right in front of her, right here. She's staring in between the fingers, just yelling at the camera through the fingers. That's Gabi. She cannot see the stuff that is right in front of her face. She is a bat that is blind as all hell, can't use sonar, and has rabies. Doesn't know what the hell is going on around her. She's just biting at stuff, trying to kill something. Apparently, bats snort too. That's Gabi to me. And the most blatant part that I saw from her was after her and Falco made it to Paradise Island. They escaped out of the jail, and they are being sheltered by a tiny blonde girl and her family. I guess not a tiny blonde girl, a tiny blonde teenager. Girl, whatever. Anyway, I can't remember her name for the life of me right now. I'd have to go back and look. This is not about her. This is about Gabi. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. It's the little girl that Sasha saved a long time ago. That's another reason I hate Gabi. Okay? Obviously, this is spoilers. Like I said, caught up to the anime. If you're not caught up to the anime, get caught up. Come back. She kills Sasha. Okay, so Season 4 is so good that I am now back on Season 1, Episode 4, And I'm going to be rewatching the series as new episodes come out, and I'll go watch the new episode, go back. I have to rewatch this whole series again. It's too good. Now, every time I see Sasha, it makes me sad. Reliving all the memories with her, because she was such a wonderful character. I mean, if she was a person in real life, she would be a joy to be around. She's a joy to have on the page and on the screen, and damn it, Gabi. So that's number one reason why I hate Gabi, obviously. But two is the things I've been talking about so far. And we're going to get back to where I was at before I went off on that little tangent. The blonde girl that Sasha saved and her family are letting Gabi and Falco live with them. Now, I don't know if every member of the family knew right away that they were from Marley. I would assume so because Gabi was terrible at hiding it. This is part of what I'm saying. She can't even see what's right in front of her. She can't. She can't even put on a fake face because it's the smart thing to do. The smart thing to do would have been to do exactly what Falco said. Act kind. Act like you've lived there. No, she just lets these random angry outbursts out that just completely blow their cover to anybody with any kind of intellect at all. Now, like I said, don't know if the entire family knew, but this girl knew. She knew they were from Marley the entire time. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, just like me, called that from the get-go, that she knew, and she took them in anyway. Because these devils of Paradise Island, as Gabi loves to call them, are nothing like what she thinks. Nothing like what she's been told. And even now, when she is seeing that with her own eyes, she still can't even actually see it. Because eventually, at least after a few days or so, I don't know if they told us exactly how long it was, but this girl tells them, she admits, yeah, I knew the entire time, because, once again, Gabi goes off on one of her stupid tangents, one of her stupid outbursts that just completely give her away and blow her cover. Once again, dumb. Don't like that either. She tells her, she goes, because Gabi starts talking bad about the Eldians, even though she's an Eldian. And the girl looks at her dead face and goes, is that what they told you in Marley? And that was wonderful. I stood up out of my chair and screamed at my phone, because that's what I was watching it on. I told her, I said, you tell her what's up. I needed her to tell her that. Because that is a huge pet peeve of mine in real life, in anything. People like Gabi, who listen to everything they're told and don't question a single bit of it. Every bit of information that was force-fed to her by people who hate her and spit on her when she goes outside. And she took every bit of information that those people gave her and acted like it was holy gospel. The Bible itself, written by the actual hand of God. These people spit on you and you trust everything they say. Like there's zero possibility they've ever told you anything false at all. And even after this girl, this is the moment that I decided I was going to make this video. Right here. After this girl says that she knew they were from Marley the entire time. Obviously, this is very simple things to understand. If she knew they were from Marley from the get-go and still allowed them to stay under that roof, fed them, kept them safe, that either means one, she has no animosity towards the people of Marley or people that come from there, or two, she's just a good person. No matter what, whether she has animosity towards anybody from Marley or not, What she did proves she is a good, selfless person. Her and her family. What does Gabi do? She doesn't realize that at all. She immediately says, now don't quote me word for word, but I believe it was something along the line of, I knew you Eldian pigs would try to pull your tricks and yada yada, and this proves exactly how you are. How? What she said literally did not even make sense. It didn't. None of it did. Not a single bit. Even though she knew you were from there, she still fed you and kept you under their roof. That is the exact opposite of doing what a devil would do. And she still can't see it. I mean, this girl literally smacked her in the face with kindness. Not actually literally, but basically literally. I don't know how you could literally do it, but this is as close as you can get. And it's nothing. Now, with me saying all of this, I am hoping Gabi is going to get better. I'm hoping she's going to start to learn, because this girl took her to the spot where her mother was eaten alive by a Titan. And this is another reason why I hate Gabi so much, is because while yes, her life in the internment zone has been terrible for what Eldians did 100 years ago, the things that the people on Paradise Island have seen and gone through, even if there was a long time where they were inside those walls with no Titans attacking, even with that, the things they have seen in the years that the Titans have busted through the wall, so by far and away, so much worse. So much worse. If you gave me the choice, if you said, all right, I'm isekaiing you into Attack on Titan, where do you want to be? You want to be an Eldian on Paradise Island, or do you want to be an Eldian in the internment zone in Marley? I'm picking internment zone all day. You mean I gotta worry about getting spit on and probably beat the shit out of when I go outside, or getting eaten alive by a giant monster version of myself? That's an easy choice. Easy. So these people have gone through so much worse things than Gabi has. And once again, she still cannot even see this. And this girl tells her that her mother was eaten alive. And still, Gabi says, well, what about what your ancestors did 100 years ago? What about all those people they killed? Do you just feel innocent knowing all that? Once again, Gabi, not being smart enough or old enough, she is still a child. I give her that. But still, she's far too naive, or as in her instance, I like to say stupid, even though it's not the same thing. I call Gabi stupid, even though naive's probably a better choice of words, but I don't like her, so there you go, she's stupid. Gabi's too stupid to realize that she's obsessing over the sins of the father. She's too obsessive, too ingrained, too Marleyanized. I don't consider Gabi an Eldian. I don't. I consider her a Marleyan. I don't care what your blood says. I don't care what your ancestors say. You have completely forsaken all of your ancestors and given in 100% to the people who spit on you when you walk in public. She focuses so much on the sins of the father that she doesn't even realize how innocent some of these people are. And once again, this girl, I really need to go back and look at her name, because I'm blanking on her right now for the life of me. Once again, this girl is the GOAT, says exactly what I want her to say. Exactly what Gabi, of all people, needs to hear. She tells her, she says, 100 years ago, 100, none of us were alive 100 years ago, Gabi. None of us did any of those things. My mother, who I saw eaten alive, did none of those things. She had no idea any of those things even happened. She lived, she cared for the people close to her, she got eaten alive. What did she do to deserve that? Nothing. It doesn't matter what somebody else did. Even if they are blood related, even if they are ancestors, even if they're your closest next of kin, if what they did not involve you, if you did not assist them, you are not guilty. You are innocent. All of these people are innocent. And Gabi has to have all of this literally spelled out right in front of her multiple times. Falco was able to figure this stuff out very quickly. He was able to see what war does to people very quickly. He was able to see there's good people on both sides very quickly. Gabi couldn't. Gabi can't see anything. She has to be beat over the head with new information 72 times before she stops believing everything the Marleyans told her. And once again, I will admit the whole idealism of proving that Eldians can be good instead of just being island devils. I get that. That is something noble to strive for. But when you obsess so much over proving how good you are to the people who hate you and spit on you, when you do that so much, you forget about the people who are in the same spot as you. You completely have just written off all these other Eldians for the sake of proving something to people who spit on you, who will never care. Even if you do something that proves you're a good person, they're not going to care. They're not going to listen. I didn't want to boogie woogie that time. Alright. Sorry. I didn't mean to clap in the video, but I did, so I had to do a boogie woogie. Back to what we were talking about. If you know JJK, you know what I mean. There's something floating in front of my face. It was like lint or something. That was killing me. There's no way I was going to be able to do this as they got floating around. I'm pretty sure I saw it in the camera too. Alright, moving on. That was a distraction I did not need. Actually, I probably did need because I've just been angry ranting about this stupid child. Where was I even at? Oh yeah, something about paying more attention. Oh yeah, the Marleyans and how they don't care. Why are you so worried about proving this to people who don't care? I mean, if nothing else, worry about finding out the truth. Worry about something other than proving something to people who don't care about you in the first place. They spit on you because they think you're equivalent to dirt. It doesn't matter what dirt does, it's still going to be dirt. And that's how the Marleyans think. But once again, Gabi is too naive to pay attention to what other people are doing, what other people are saying, what's going on around her, and just keeps sticking to her ideals of trying to be good for the Marleyans. Stop! Why are you like this? I don't know. She's just too gung-ho on it. To me, there were so many things hitting her right in the face that showed her this, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. Honestly, I hope she gets better, because it seems like what she was told about the Titans and the whole sins of the father thing not affecting these people are innocent, they've done nothing, they haven't deserved this, that seemed to kind of hit her a little bit. And I'm kind of hoping that does cause her to reflect a little bit more and start to think for herself. Because I think that's why I hate her so much, is because she does all these things without truly thinking for herself. She's thinking along the lines and the basis of what she's been told by people who hate her. I'm sure there are a lot of Eldians in Marley that have been brainwashed and Stockholm syndromed and believe what they've been told. But you know what? I haven't seen them on page or on screen. I've seen Gabi on page and on screen, so I've seen her do it. And I've seen her shoot Sasha. So you know what? I get to hate her if I want to. And if you want to at me, do it down in the comments, because I really want some comments on my video. But with that being said, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps a ton. I've been having a lot of fun doing these, and I'm going to keep them up. If you guys have any more topics you'd like to get my opinion on, or anything that you think I'd have fun talking about, which is just about anything, leave that down in the comment too. And with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to try and enjoy what little is left of my day, and I hope you guys enjoy what's left of yours. So with that being said, I'm out, and I'll see you next time.